Welcome back to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at the Son of Neptune, chapter 38. And this chapter is pretty calm and pretty easy. It starts off with the plane landing in Alaska, and there's this feeling, oh, the gods are not here in this place. That they're in a godless area that's the home of the giants. And so it feels really, really dangerous. They get off the plane. The pilot says, I can't stay, so I got to go. And we never got to see who the pilot was. We had so many discussions and questions and thoughts about who's the pilot, what's it going to be like, what kind of, whose son or daughter, it's a boy, so whose son is he going to be? We don't even know anything. He takes off. So we're in Alaska now, and Hazel starts taking him on a tour. And Hazel's like, oh, I remember that place, and oh, the city's grown so big, and oh, this, and oh, that. There's a really funny part where she says, oh, the city's changed so much. And the taxi driver is kind of like, oh, when's the last time you were here? And she says, 70 years ago. And the taxi driver just closes kind of his door, and he just keeps driving in silence. And so Hazel talks about, oh, we stayed at this hotel and this place has moved. Finally, they smell food. And they sit down for dinner, but the restaurant has a breakfast menu, so they eat breakfast. And as they're eating breakfast, they really start to get their plan down. Hazel draws out a map saying, okay, we got to go here. The best way to get there is through train, although she mentions flying, and Percy's like, no. She mentions a boat, and Percy's like, yes, but they decide to take a train. They eat all their food. Maybe there was some other conversation I can't really remember. As they go to the train, Percy remembers suddenly, oh, wait, guys, I'll be right back. He picks up a phone, and he calls his mom. Now, when he calls his mom, it's already like midnight there, so she's asleep. So he leaves a voicemail, though, and just shares like, hey, Mom, I'm alive. I'm on a quest. I'm so sorry. And then he hangs up and he has to go back to the train. But he feels a little sad listening to his stepdad's voice on the machine and thinking of his mom. But we can see he's definitely getting his memories back. Finally, they're on the train. Things are pretty nice. They're looking at all these Hyperboreans, these huge blue like ice giants walking around the city. There's a few different funny situations. Percy sees one Hyperborean giant sitting in like a huge pile of snow, and he's holding two moose. Okay, moose are really, really dangerous. They're more dangerous than bears or cougars or other animals. Moose are really dangerous because they really try to fight people, and they have huge horns, so they just run, and they're really, really big animals, like the size of a horse. They're really, really big. Maybe bigger than a horse. But this giant has these two moose in his hand, and he's like, and he's just playing with them like they're toys. And it just sounds so funny. There was another funny thing that Percy said, or that happened. Is it the kiss one? Oh, that was in the last one, where Hazel gives Percy a kiss. And says, hey, your family, come on, something good. Percy feels happy. It was just a sister kiss, nothing romantic. But then Frank is like, hey, do I get a kiss too? And Hazel kind of has this nervous laugh. But that was in the last chapter. I thought there was another funny scene in this one, but I can't remember it. But they're on the train. There's all this stuff that they're looking at. So many beautiful scenes, and Alaska is really beautiful. But then all the tourists start saying, oh, look at the eagles. Oh, those eagles are so beautiful. Percy and Frank look out. Those aren't eagles. They have a 10-foot wingspan. That's about 3 meters. Their bodies are the size of like a giant dog. No, not a giant dog, but think of the biggest dog that that you can imagine, that is real, and like that size. That's like the size of their bodies. And they have these big talons, and these beaks and these huge wings. And there's not just one or two or three, but 4 or more. And suddenly they start attacking the train and they knock it off the tracks. And that is how this chapter ends. Vocabulary. Invigorated. Invigorated means full of energy. And as Percy's getting his memory back and he's thinking about, Camp Half-Blood and Camp Jupiter. I want to save these guys. And he's thinking about Tyson and how he talked to his brother Tyson. He's just getting so much energy and desire to protect everyone. Agitated. Agitated is like a little angry. It could also be for like chemicals too. If I had like some soda in here, and if I dropped a Mentos, if you know what a Mentos is, whoop, it starts to fizz and bubble. The chemicals inside become agitated, or actually the carbon agitates, I think, the candy. But that is kind of agitation, action, or energy, movement. But for a person, it could also be kind of frustrated or angry. And Percy's like, I hope Hazel doesn't become agitated and blast the jewelry shop up or something. Bustling just means like moving, energetic, busy. If you think of like New York, it's a bustling city. If you think of Tokyo, right? Energy, people moving, business being done, bustling city. Seoul, Korea, just bustling city. People moving, doing things, and that's how downtown Anchorage feels. Or maybe that's how Vancouver felt, and Anchorage didn't feel quite like that. I don't know. Perused. This word always is so hard for me to pronounce when I look at it. But peruse is like look at. I think of casually, but it's another word for like examine. So when you look at a menu, you just kind of look at it and see what you want to eat. You could also open up a newspaper and peruse the news. Just kind of lightly examine or search or look for something. Placating. This is another word that's hard to pronounce just on its look. Placating is like calming. So when Hazel kind of mentions flying, Percy's like, oh! But Hazel, placatingly, there's also a train. Okay? She's like, calm down, calm down. Discussion question. Well, the discussion question I have for you, and I didn't write it here on our slide, but I wanted to ask, okay, imagine that you were in Alaska, right? You were getting your memories back, and you needed to call your mom, okay? Do you think if you were in a dangerous situation, okay, would you call your mom and let her know that you're safe right now, but you're going to go into a more dangerous situation? Or would you wait until after the end when everything is safe and done, then call your mom and let her know what happened, but that you're safe? So what would you call her quickly and let her know you're going into danger, or call her after the danger and let her know you're safe? So that's kind of my discussion question. Of course, please make your own discussion question. Write it in the comments so that way other people can see it. That is all the time that we have for today, but thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.